Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and the 4th episode of What the Fans Want. We haven't had any news the last week, which is why I decided to make another one of these videos. However, I want to clarify something that I said in the last video, where I talked about how Battlefront had been put on hold while fixing the Battlefield 4 issues. Shortly after I posted my video, EA actually went out with a clarification on their statement, saying that the Battlefield 4 issues actually only affects upcoming Battlefield 4 DLCs and not future projects such as Battlefront, which is good to hear. Anyways, in this episode I'll be covering customization, 501st journals and a map I think you all love, so let's get right into it. Customization is something that a lot of people have been discussing for the upcoming Battlefront game. It's really hard to say exactly what we all want because it's very personal. Some people want it to be exactly like the old games with absolutely no customization whatsoever. I, however, would like to see a limited customization system, a bit like on Battlefield 4, where you have different kinds of infantry soldiers, which is also how it is in the old Battlefront games, just that you should be able to customize them a little bit. Like if you choose the jet trooper, maybe you can choose from different jetpacks, different launchers and so on. And new ones will be unlocked the more you play and complete challenges. And I also think that cosmetical changes should be a thing in the upcoming Battlefront. It would be really cool if you could put some tags or emblems on your stormtrooper suit and maybe choose a different style or color of the armor as well. However, they should keep it limited so you can still see what kind of soldier you actually are, like an engineer, jet trooper and so on. I think they will include some kind of customization because that's basically how the most modern FPS games look, and it gives a lot more variety to the game, which means that people won't get bored of the game as quickly. Anyways, I would love to hear your opinions on this because it's a very personal matter and we can't all agree on the same things, so some of you want a lot of customization while some of you probably don't want any customization at all.
In the waning months of the Clone Wars, the 501st faced missions critical to the agenda of Chancellor Palpatine.
The 501st Journals. This is probably one of the highlights of Battlefront 2 for me, a perfectly composed campaign that ranges from being the first army of the Republic to the creation of the Galactic Empire. What I love about this whole campaign is the fact that they managed to turn the battles, which are basically just played on a battlefield, into an actual story mode by adding the journals from the 501st combined with actual goals on the battlefield, such as destroy the shield generator, kill Grievous, and so on, instead of creating completely separate maps for the campaign like a lot of other games do. I don't really know how they will make the campaign for the upcoming game, but I wouldn't mind if they had the same storyline as here with the 501st journals and combining the multiplayer maps into actual campaign maps. And it would also be fun to play it from the other side as well as rebels or droids to give it a bit more variation. Anyways, it will be very interesting to see how DICE decides to make this whole campaign part, since there's so many different ways to do it and the possibilities are practically endless. Finally, I would like to feature a map which I know is one of the most liked maps in Battlefront 1, Bespin Platforms. This map is a blast to play and I love the combination of air-to-ground battles on this map and the variation it brings. The bottleneck combat also makes it really enjoyable to play, especially against massive amounts of bots, because some people has actually given this hallway the nickname Hallway of Death, which is justified considering how it usually looks here with grenade spamming and bodies flying everywhere. I know this map simply wouldn't work on a modern FPS game. Just imagine Battlefield 4 being played on this map. It would be a massive clusterfuck. However, I don't think that DICE should be afraid to test the limits and make a few crazy maps, if you know what I mean, such as this one, as long as they keep them separated from the rest of the maps and maybe give them a specific name, so that people who want to play clusterfuck maps can do so, because sometimes that can be really fun, as long as you keep it limited and not make every single map like that, because then the game would pretty much suck. Anyways guys, that was all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to leave your suggestions on other things you want to see in the series in the comments below. Thank you all for watching and keep your fingers crossed for more Battlefront news soon, and as always, may the Force be with you.